Good morning, everyone. It is June the 22nd, 2016, and time to kick off another trading day. Brexit has pretty well got the financials and equities around the globe frozen. Nobody expects Great Britain to leave the EU. Looking at the commodity markets overnight, the financials are even off a little bit. The Dow and the S&P are up a little bit. The biggest gainer overnight is feeder cattle, followed by soybean oil. The biggest loser overnight is ethanol, and oats and natural gas. So it's pretty flat in the middle as far as currencies, financials, and equities go. Gold's off a little bit. I think the biggest impact on today's markets could be the dollar as far as the auction goes. The dollar has been under pressure this week, and we've seen less participation in our auctions than we normally get. And part of that's Brexit, so we have Brexit and the dollar right now. They're in play, and that could hurt our auction today. I like the market because of the 7-year auction. It does look it's going to sell at first. I think today's biggest influence is going to be Brexit tomorrow. We have Yellen's testimony. It would be absolutely unheard of if she changed her testimony today that she gave yesterday in her comments. Just doesn't happen. This is our official line, and we're sticking with it. That's we don't expect any changes out of Yellen, but that's a remote possibility. We've got the dollar, which is going down, which is a reason not to buy treasuries. We have the ES on hold, which tends to give us a trading range. So we'll play for a trading range where we find buyers at some point because of the 7-year auction. Today's news: FHFA housing price index plus 0.6%. Existing home sales 5.57 million. These numbers could come in. I imagine the price will come in as expected because that agency wants it. Existing home sales could actually come in a little higher than forecast. The housing numbers have been pretty good of late. And crude, minus 1.3 million barrels. And I didn't see the APIs last night. But the crude market is up pretty strong overnight. So our first buy, I think we can trade a little lower, 1 to 5. Then 29 to 25. On the sell side, 8 to 12 is resistance. We're at 7 right now. Last rotate up was 10, so 10 to 14, sell 1. And then 16 to 20, sell 2. And we'll see how that plays out. Basically looking to buy against the buck and hopefully sell against 20. Okay, looking at the 30-year, we're at 10, so 16 to 20 will be first support band. 23, 27, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. Now we're a little aggressive, a little tighter on our sell recommendations because of the 7-year auction. 4 to 8 is that little first support band, so 29 to 01 is buy 1. And then 21 to 25 is buy 2. So we pulled in our number 2 points a bit because of the 7-year auction and Brexit tomorrow. Okay, gold is down. Stronger dollar. Brexit's going to go through. And that's not really a good deal for the UK for a long time. Thatcher was against it. A lot of people knew what was coming, so you have basically manufactured in the UK, defined, designed in Brussels. And that's the problem we face. All these bureaucrats, all these technocrats, all these educators, all these people from the ivory tower that get power in the government have no accountability. They have enormous impact on their rulings on the state of the economy. I mean, ultimately an economy is based on industrial policy and taxation. And the EU's they're ecstatic when they get growth of 1%. 1% growth doesn't solve anything. In fact, doesn't even cover for inflation. So it's a tough deal. Okay, 75 is resistance, so 74, 76, we're looking at a P, sell 1. I think Brexit will hold things down here too, sell 2, 79 to 81. On the buy side, our 65 to 67, which is where we were last night. And then 60 to 62 for buy 2. After Brexit is out of the way, I believe we'll probably see more interest in gold from the long side. I don't think, it's amazing when you look at the chaos that's everywhere, including the United States with this latest terrorist attack. And who is the national press blaming? And what's the problem? It's not the incompetency. It's not the policies of the Justice Department, of the FBI, directions from the administration where you can't do this, you can't do that. It's the Second Amendment. That's who are being attacked. And who's being blamed for it? The Republicans are being blamed for it because of the Second Amendment, as opposed to terrorist suspects can only be kept on that list for 6 months. Then everything is scrubbed. This guy was let through the gates twice, and look what he ended up doing. It's nuts. That's where we find ourselves these days. Lewis Carroll would have been absolutely amazed at the state of affairs around the globe, and words mean what we want them to mean at this moment in time. Okay, the dollar is weak today. I don't think the euro will break out. Britain not leaving the European Union is good for the euro for a while. It's still sold. We had one euphoric rally off of it. So we wanted to buy 12.75s to 12.50 last night, and 75 held. I think that's probably still pretty good today. Buy 1. 75, it's a long ways away. Buy 2. So we're going to see a sell first. 30 to 40. Sell 1. 60 to 70. Sell 2. Basically a trading range for that market too. Crude oil headed up. I didn't see the APIs last night, so looks like they drew. We're looking for a draw today of 1.3 million barrels. We had 50 and a quarter as a sell last night. We're at 50.08, so that trade is not developed yet. So we'll make 25 to 50, sell 1. 75 to 51, sell 2. On the buy side, we've got a number. We'll make 49.50, 49.72, buy 1. And then 49 and a quarter, buy 2. I think Rich is coming in today, but I'll double check that with him. And the E-mini. I don't think the E-mini's going to do a hell of a lot today. Famous last words, I know. Everything equity-wise seems to be on hold for Brexit. So 75 looks like pretty good support, and 90 looks like pretty good resistance as it stands right now. So basically looking to sell 85s to 90s, so 84 to 86. Sell 1, that's pretty aggressive. 89 to 91's not too aggressive. On the buy side, 75, 77, buy 1. 70, 72, buy 2. News, FHFA plus 0.6%. Probably will make that number. Existing home sales 5.57 million. Could come in a little higher. Crude inventories minus 1.3. And that's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I will get busy on that. I will be back as soon as possible.